93% of housing markets saw prices jump up in the first quarter, and 30% of them saw double-digit appreciation. This is great news for the housing market. I'm going to explain what it means next for people looking to buy or looking to sell, and we've got some first-time home buyer statistics about affordability that are very favorable. Before I get into that, if you like what you hear or you find some value in the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to talk about your housing needs and how all this data can affect them, use the link in the comments to schedule a call with our amazing team. So 93% of the country saw prices go up in Q1 for home values, and this is all the large major metro markets that are constantly being charted and watched. And 30% of them, like I said, had double-digit appreciation. That's compared to just 15% in the fourth quarter. So we're seeing that pricing's moving in a very positive direction. Some of it's going to be seasonal flow, which we see here in the Northeast and in the greater Philadelphia area a lot. But we also saw some major affordability metrics that are important to take note of. First-time home buyers saw a 5.7% drop in their average monthly payment, going from $1,998 to $1,830 in the first quarter. And they went from paying 39.3% of their monthly income, putting that towards housing in the fourth quarter of 2023, to only 36.5% in the first quarter of 2024. So affordability is moving in the right direction for a lot of first-time home buyers. And what we also saw was that the monthly payment for the typical single-family home, where 20% is being put down, went from $2,161 down to $2,037. So we're seeing that housing affordability is improving a little bit. This isn't a huge drop in housing affordability. It's a move and a step in the right direction, and we're also seeing prices move up. And the reason that we're seeing this data is because rates have settled into that 7% range. And based on the Fed meeting, like we talked about on previous episodes that happened at the beginning of the month, it doesn't look like we're going to see rate hikes or rate drops in the near future. So expect these rates to remain relatively stable. So we've got improving affordability metrics. We've got prices jumping up. So what does this mean for people that want to sell or want to buy a home over the next 6, 12, 18 months? And what we're seeing here for sellers is that affordability is improving, prices are going up, and we know that inventory is also growing. In Pennsylvania, we saw inventory jump up 6.7% from April of 2024 compared to April of 2023. So we're seeing more homes come to the market, affordability is improving, and prices are still going up. So if I'm a seller, I'm looking at this thinking, I'm in a great spot, prices are rising, do I know where I'm going next? That is the fundamental question to ask yourself if you're considering moving. And if you've got a yes, you've already got the property, you know where you're going to, you may want to think about moving up your moving time frame so you're not competing against more inventory. We're seeing in the South, Arizona, Texas, Florida, the Carolinas, we're seeing inventory jump up dramatically, and usually what happens is it starts in the South and moves to the Northeast. So for my friends and clients and people that we're connected with in the greater Philadelphia area, I'd be very mindful that we usually see these trends last, and as a seller, you don't want to be on the market when there's a lot of competition. So there is opportunity in getting your home on the market sooner. What we also know is that the months of late July, early August, while everyone's taking those last-minute vacations before school's back in session, are typically a little slower in terms of buyer activity because 1/6 of the population could be away at any given time. So we know that that's one of those months you want to maybe avoid if you can by moving your time frame up to get your home on the market sooner. So I'd be looking at these trends and trying to get ahead of them. That's what the most savvy home sellers do. If I'm a buyer, I'm looking at prices are going to continue to go up. That's not changing. I should stop waiting. And also, rates aren't going to be coming down, so I shouldn't wait for that, because I would ask yourself this question if you're waiting for rates to come down or waiting for prices to go in the other direction. How certain are you that rates will come down? How certain are you that prices will come down? And based on my understanding of the data, I have zero certainty in either of those actually happening based on what we see Fannie Mae predicting, what we see all the major mortgage rate predictors looking at. The Mortgage Bankers Association is another example. People are predicting this stuff all the time, and we have a lot of people predicting these things that rates are going to be pretty stable through the rest of the year, and prices are projected to continue to rise pretty steadily. So the only thing that will change if you do wait is you're going to pay more for the home down the line to maybe get a slightly better rate. That increase in pricing is going to be a loss of equity if you were to lock into a home now. And fundamentally, you want to make sure you're buying the right property, and that's what you want to be looking for. If it's the right home and it hits 70% of those boxes, I'm not waiting for conditions to improve because I don't see anything that tells me conditions will improve over the next 6, 12, 18 months. So we've got some great data here. Affordability is moving in the right direction. Prices are going up. Use this data to make well-informed decisions, and that's where it's so critical to have the right agent guiding you through all of this. So if you need someone to help you, or you've got questions, or you're just confused, use the link in the comments to schedule a call with our team.